Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 house building video. This was one suggested by someone over on Twitter, and that was to build a fire lookout tower and make it into a home. Or I don't know if it was specifically a home, but it was just to build like a fire lookout tower in The Sims 4. And I was like, you know what? That's an incredible idea. And I also kind of wish I knew who that was right now. Let me see if I can go through my past tweets and find it. Hang on. I feel like, again, this is one of the things I should have done, before starting the video. I'm going to do it right now. So let's see. It was a few days ago now, and I was like, because sometimes I'm looking for new things to do in The Sims. I've never built a lookout tower before, or a watchtower, whatever you want to call it. Watchtower, lookout tower, that kind of thing. I've never built them before, and I thought it was a great idea. So let's see. Scrolling down, how many days ago do we reckon it was? Was it before that? I don't know. But yeah, so I started off on the ground trying to pick out the sort of size of the house I wanted to go with. Because I wasn't sure how big I wanted it, or how tall I wanted the floors and all that. But as you can see, as I started doing it, I think I made all the floors maximum height, except for the actual top floor, because I wanted it to be tall. Like, it needs to be tall. You need to be able to see everywhere. That's the whole point of a lookout tower, is to actually be able to see. And I was originally going to build this over in the outdoor retreat world, which is, Granite Falls. I was originally going to build it there because it kind of makes sense. It's like a foresty world in the mountains. It would make sense to have a fire lookout tower there. And that's where I was going to put it. But then I didn't really know, because when you build there, it makes it a rental property. And I don't know, you guys might know, you might have more experience with this, but I don't know, are you able to use that as a regular residential home if you place it in a regular world? I don't know. Anyway, just then on the bottom of the columns, because I wanted the columns to have like a concrete base or something, just something so it looks like it's more robust and sort of, staked right into the ground. So I used those sort of little stone, stone stumps on the bottom of the columns, which I thought looked pretty cool. It actually matches in really well later on as well. That's a lot of as wells. I'm still scrolling through Twitter. I must be coming up on it soon, right? It's got to be in here somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going around. I originally, because if you look up like fire lookout towers, you'll see they have sort of wooden struts everywhere, like all over the sort of sides of this. I wanted like diagonal wooden beams everywhere, but there's nothing in the game that you can do that with. Like I looked through the whole catalog, and I was like, obviously trying to scale things up and down, seeing if there's anything that sort of remotely fit into what would be like considered a fire lookout tower, if it kind of looked like it. But there was no item that really did. So in the end, I kind of I left it with columns and fences and using stairs. And I think it looks pretty good, especially when you get all the trees around it and that kind of stuff. And there you can see I'm just doing the roof. We got the main roof, and then the sort of little, jutty out bits, which kind of look a little bit cool because it adds a bit more detail to the otherwise square look of the build. Let's see. I'm still going through Twitter. I don't know how. It can't have been this long ago. Maybe it was this far ago. I mean, it was quite a while ago, and I was like, that's a cool idea. I didn't know if I was ever actually going to get around to doing it, but then I did. All right, so I've just built the actual house portion. So the house sits on top here, obviously, and the stairs sort of cut in. I was originally trying to figure out a way that I could have this, because the reason I couldn't have the stairs inside the house is because when you have stairs coming from outside to inside, it actually gives the interior outdoor lighting. So I needed the stairs to be in a separate room to the rest of the house, whether that meant they'd be outside or just in that little sort of corridor I originally did. I was trying to figure it out. Oh, here we go. Is this the tweet? Here's the tweet. Yeah, I found it. So this is by Sophie, if she doesn't mind the little shout out. So this is thanks to Sophie on Twitter. It was at SophStarXX on February 29th. They said, could you do a Firewatch inspired house on Sims, please? And I replied with, interesting idea. Maybe. And I did. So yeah, anyway, thought I would credit you for that lovely suggestion for the idea. Anyway, trying to figure out the layout. And I felt like, I kind of had this layout down. I'm professional. I'm an absolute pro at doing the tiny houses. Because as you guys recall, we did like all those really small houses in Sims, like 6x6, 5x5, a 4x4, and even a 3x3. So I know my way around a tiny home. I can totally do it. I was thinking, I got this. But I wanted to make it fairly interesting, and that's why I put the bed on the diagonal there. So the bed is actually like poking out into the corner. And then that's also why I made this kitchen really kind of interesting as well. The kitchen's mostly diagonal. And it really gives a space an interesting look. And it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. I mean, it probably takes up more room than the kitchen would have otherwise. If the kitchen, you know, was just a regular on the grid, not diagonal kind of kitchen, it probably would have taken up less room. But I thought I'd try it out anyway. So yeah, just trying to figure out where the cabinets go. And at this point, my camera was bobbing up and down. So I was like, you know what? Let me put the house on the ground and build it there and move it back later. Then I realized, I was like, oh wait, that's not going to work because the wall height on the top level is shorter than the wall height on the ground floor. So if I had built the entire house on the ground floor, but forgot that the wall heights are different when I moved it back up, it probably would have deleted a lot of stuff. So I was like, all right, I'll deal with a little camera bobbing. But as you can see, I've actually expanded the decking to make the camera not fall down as much. When you're in live mode, it seems to work fine. But whenever you're in build mode, the camera seems to go all over the place. I don't know, it's interesting. Anyway, so one of the quirks of that diagonal kitchen you can see there is that the counter and the cabinet actually goes through the wall on the other side. And my original idea was to put a bookcase there, as you saw. I put a bookcase on the wall, but it didn't really make sense and it didn't really look that good. But I come up with a much better solution in a short little while, I think. Yeah, so anyway, I thought it like so we got the stove range hood there that has, you know, the little vent going up through the cabinet. Originally, I thought it kind of looked stupid going through a glass cabinet and being able to see it going through. So I wanted to get closed cabinets, but there was no closed cabinets that would match anything else in the kitchen. So I was like, all right, let's go back to the glass ones. And I think it looks okay. Like it makes sense that it would be going like that. I mean, in reality, you'd probably just block out the door. So it wouldn't be a glass door. It would probably be just a regular cabinet door and it would just be inside anyway. But, you know, Sims, what are you going to do? Yeah, so I put those kind of cool romantic garden stuff on the wall next to the kitchen there, which I thought was kind of cool. And right there, I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the layout. So next to the kitchen, we obviously have the bathroom. And then I'm just like, okay, let's play around with this space a little bit. Let's see what we can do. And then I was like, you know what? I want to get a built-in wardrobe somewhere, whether it's in the bathroom, in the living room, or somewhere. Let's try and figure it out. So instead, I've put it right there next to the kitchen. And as you recall, we had the cabinet and the what do you call it? The cabinet and the other stuff. The counter and the cabinet. That's the word I was thinking of. We had the counter and the cabinet sort of poking through that wall because they're diagonal. So putting the wardrobe in that 2x1 space was actually the perfect position for it because it covers it up beautifully. The wardrobe covers it up, and it also creates a really interesting little hallway. I really, really like that little hallway that it created where you can sort of hook around from the kitchen into the bedroom. And I did play around with making them entirely separate rooms and putting walls up everywhere, but I thought it looked way cooler being all one space where you could walk directly from the kitchen to the bedroom without going through any doors. The only separate room is the bathroom, in which we have the bath/shower combo, a beautiful sink, and a nice toilet just there. And I'm going through and just adding a few little details there, getting some beautiful blue towels around the place, injecting a little bit of flair and color here and there, and getting a nice painting up on the wall there just to give it a little bit more detail in there as well. The bedroom area was probably one of the hardest spaces for me to do. Even at the end, I didn't really know what to do with it. It was kind of hard to fit stuff in, or to pick a color scheme that I really liked. But I played. You'll see me playing around with it a lot right now. That's exactly what I'm doing, just trying out all different combinations. I really, really like that plumb bob picture that came in one of the recent game updates as a free new item. Really cool. I really like that. But I don't think it ends up. No, I think I changed it out in the end. I should have kept it there because I originally put it there because I was like, hey, that's kind of a fun little idea because the plumb bob is above the Sims when they're sleeping in the bed, right? So it's kind of like, I don't know. Oh, that's what I should do in real life. That'd be so. Oh, I need to get a plumb bob picture painted up in real life and put it above my bed. That'd be ultimate Sims fan sort of artwork above my bed. As I sleep, I am a Sim. Fantastic. Anyway, working out the living space now because I wanted to get in a nice dining table. I wanted to keep playing with the angles of the kitchen, you know, like the diagonals and having it still sort of look kind of cool. But then in the end, I was like, okay, the table kind of needs to go off to the side so we can actually fit items in the house. So I put the table on the side there, and we have two-seater sofas, so you can have quite a nice little get-together in here. Sims 4 get-together, if you will. But yeah, so you can have plenty of Sims up in here coming to visit, and we, of course, have a beautiful TV on the wall just there. And I think I'm just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the bedroom. I don't know what I'm doing right now because my screen has gone black. So, oh, there we go. I can see again. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out what. Yeah, so here I'm just like, because the TV area, I really like the TV area, but it looked really blank on the wall. Like there's no, I don't know. There's no color. There's no. I want to. So the color scheme I've gone with is, so we've got all these beautiful natural wood tones from the floor and the walls because it's a watchtower. Then we contrast it with the black and the white of the sort of contemporary-ish kind of kitchen. But then, of course, we have that sort of classic style stove and that country fridge, which look really cool. And then we get some nice colors in with the yellow chairs at the dining table. And then I really like the coffee table because the coffee table brings in that yellow again, but it also adds that sort of, I don't know what sort of pinkish red color. What would you call that? Salmony color? Maybe kind of a salmony color. No, it's more of a light maroon. I don't know. I'm not a color expert. But anyway, and then I get that color from the coffee table as well, and I put that little plant on the dining table, so we sort of get those yellows and pinkish red colors throughout the space. And of course, we have those beautiful yellow flowers by the front door there as well. So we have that sort of yellow and sort of pinkish vibe going on throughout the space, which I thought worked quite well. Yeah, so there I've just replaced the plumb bob with that sort of tapestry thing from, what was that from? That was from the movie Hangout stuff, I believe, just because it adds a lot of color. So I just wanted to have a bit of fun with the colors there and sort of tie them in around the place as well. But yeah, the bedroom area, you can see I didn't know how to get more stuff in. Well, not more stuff, but just make it look more full, which is what I was trying to do. So maybe you guys will have better luck with that if you download this and play around with it. But that, like, I got it as good as I can personally get it, and I thought, you know what, that's pretty good. I like the way it is, and that's as good as I'm personally going to get it. So I'm happy with that. We'll put it there. Got a nice little orange rug underneath the bed. I was going to put in those bamboo plants next to it, which I thought did look good, but I wasn't sure if Sims would be able to actually get into that bed. So I was a bit wary of it, so I just got rid of them. But anyway, we've got a beautiful 2-wide balcony all the way around the top here. So I thought, why not use it? Let's get a lot of outdoor living space here. So we got a couple of benches around the other side. We're going to get a nice outdoor barbecue area as well, so you can have an awesome barbecue. I mean, you'd probably want to be really careful if this is a fire watchtower and you're barbecuing outside in a forest, in a wooden watchtower. You want to be really careful. You don't want the tower to burn down and subsequently set the forest on fire. So just be careful with that. But, you know, we're going to overlook that. So yeah, there's a sink outside there as well, along with the outdoor bin, which is right there. And I also, you might have seen, I just added the bin into the kitchen inside as well, because that is one of my classic moves, is just forgetting to put a bin in. And I found that dining table, that outdoor dining table, fit perfectly in that little corner there, actually. Fit just between those two columns, which I thought was awesome. So it fit in there really, really nicely. And then I've gone around, put lots of like sort of plant life, potted plants, flowers, making it really lush and just kind of really nice. Like it'd be a really interesting place to actually live. I mean, it'd be incredibly inconvenient walking up all those stairs, but it'd be a pretty cool place. I mean, you might want to put in an elevator. Probably wouldn't be worth the money for the amount of living space you have, but it's still pretty cool. And I decided to put like a little workout sort of bench thing just there as well. I don't know. It'd be a really cool place to work out, just up top there, up top of the trees, looking out over the forest. It'd be really, really cool. So the level below, I decided to close it in and actually turn it into a chill out space as well. Put a beautiful hot tub right in the middle with a large hanging light right over it, so it lights it up really nicely at nighttime. And again, just got a few more benches and that around the place so you can sit down. And I'm about to put in a little chess table as well, so you can get your logic skill up a little bit, you know, have a bit of fun. I was just trying to think of what cool outdoor activities you could just sit back and relax doing. I mean, I guess I could have used some of the other things from Outdoor Retreat. I think I presume that I'm pretty sure there's some outdoor games from Outdoor Retreat. That's a lot of outdoors in one sentence that I could have used, but I didn't. You know, I didn't want to do that. But we've got the hot tub, so that's still pretty cool. I did spend quite a lot of time here trying to figure out what to do as well. Like, I didn't really know what I wanted to put anywhere. In the end, I was like, oh, what about a bar? The bar didn't really fit in, but just went for another bench, some more flowers, and some lighting behind it as well, just to give that level a nice little mood at night. Like, I think it looks really cool at night with that light right over the tub. It'd be a really cool place to just chill out as well. All right, so going on to the actual landscaping now, I thought, you know what, let's get a bunch of the trees around the place, make it look nice and foresty, and then we'll work around with what we've got. So I was just, filling it in enough, not too much that you couldn't see what you're doing. Then I thought, let's get a little lake underneath the watchtower. It would be kind of cool. Of course, the Sims 4 doesn't actually have lakes. So I thought, let's do a natural pool because that would be perfect for this little space. So I'm just molding, or I guess shaping the pool underneath to make it look kind of cool. And we get the little natural pool trimming around it. And then I go around doing a lot of terrain painting, get some shrubs around the place, lots of rocks as well, making it look much more, I guess, more natural in a way, or as natural as I can make it artificially. And it's like an artificial natural is what I'm going for, because that's all you can do. There's no way you can make it natural because, unfortunately, video games are not natural. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, a few flowers here and there, lots of those ferns, lots of rocks. I'm scaling them up as well, trying to fill in places around it, making it look kind of cool. So, I mean, this should fit nicely into the outdoor retreat world. I don't know how big the lots are in the outdoor retreat world, but it should fit nicely in there, one would imagine. One could imagine that it would fit well. A few rocks under the stairs there. I just realized that the railings were missing off the stairs, so I put them back on, and that is fine. And I thought I'd do like a little front fence/gate kind of thing, even though it obviously is a big open lot. I think it just adds a nice little touch to the property in that it's like, oh, this is where the entrance is. This is where you're supposed to go in. Nice little touch. And I didn't do it in the video. I haven't put a post box down anywhere, but I think by the time we get to the screenshots here, I think there is a post box, because I definitely did put one down and upload it with a post box, so don't worry. But anyway, here is the watchtower. I think it looked really, really cool. I think it turned out really well. I'm so happy with the way it looks. I don't know why, but I seem to have an infatuation with treehouse / tall buildings / off the ground buildings. I don't know. We built, I think I built 3 tree houses now, because we built the original tree house, a family tree house, and then a futuristic house. And then now I've done the watchtower. This is like the 4th towery style of build. I really want them to add more levels to the game as well. I want to build like 10 levels in The Sims 4. That'd be cool. I reckon we can, that's our stretch goal for The Sims 4. Let's get 10 buildable levels, because you could make it really tall. You get the 3rd wall height, go up 10 levels. That'd be sweet. Or, that'd be really good. I mean, we only have 4 buildable levels right now. We need to go taller. We need to make the tall move. Anyway, sorry. Here's the interior. It was actually really hard to get screenshots, because when you go into cameraman mode and you're flying around in first person, the higher up you get with the camera, the faster you move around. So I was battling with the camera trying to get in position here, but I think the interior is really cool. I don't know. It's got this really nice sort of airy kind of feel about it. It's got this, all the natural woods and all that kind of stuff. Then you got the nice yellows and the flowers and all the lush sort of greenery everywhere as well. A couple of shots of the bathroom. But of course, if you want to download this, click the link down below or search for me on the gallery. And that is just the Sim Supply there. But thank you so much for watching, and thanks for the suggestion. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.